Hey everybody, it's Brian with Inspiring How You See That, and today I have the Veer Union, and we're going to see them tonight. So, guys, go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody real quick.
I'm Crispin.
I'm Ricardo.
I'm Brandon.
And I'm Ryan.
And we're the Veer Union. That's what's up!
Speaking of that, have you guys found that there's a barrier of entry to the American market? Has it been trouble trying to get in the American market?
It's been easier.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Canada's. Go ahead.
Because I know bands like you and Cobra and the Lotus and all, you guys are killing it, but it's not. I feel like you should be better known here.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of you.
You know what, though? I don't think it's about the band. I think it's more so about the genre.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that metal and rock is kind of in 2000, it was when Limp Bizkit was at the top of the game, and Korn, that was in Linkin Park, that was the shit. That was pop music.
Yeah.
That was the most popular music. And then everything changes.
Yeah.
It always goes in cycles.
That word down here.
Yeah.
It's funny,
Not word, but the genre.
Yeah,
that's down there.
It's funny, even country musicians up in Canada that I love are not known here. Dean Brody, Dallas Smith, those guys. So it's,
Dallas Smith does well here.
Doesn't he do?
yeah, what he did with the Fall.
He does better now, I think.
Does better now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still, we're not.
So I was just kind of curious if you guys ran into that at all, or.
I mean, City and Color's doing pretty well, though. City and Color's doing pretty well.
Love that
City
band.
You know what I mean? So I mean, he's doing well down here. So it's just
Nice.
that's kind of folky kind of.
But that's the whole thing. It's because more folk and more indie, more of these real. When we say indie, there's always a misconception about what indie means.
Yeah.
Indie really means you're unsigned and you're doing it yourself.
Yeah.
That's not what we mean.
What indie, City and Color has an indie sound, but they're not really an indie band.
Right.
You know, so they're one of my favorite. In fact, every
City
day
and
before
Color's great, man.
every day
Awesome.
for the last decade, I use City and Color to warm up my vocals.
Yeah.
Every day I listen.
Hurry in the heart.
Yeah. Well, not just that.
Have you heard his cover of "Rain When I Die" from Alice in Chains?
Of course.
Yeah, dude, it's so good.
Absolutely. Alice in Chains was a staple for me for a long time.
But
Yeah.
that's one thing I gotta say is when City and Color, when we're at home, I can't listen to it because it makes me too sad because I wish it would be able to.
Yeah, that's
right.
I'm like, oh god, we can't listen to it.
So you brought up Alice in Chains. What's inspirations for each of you for music? Getting into it.
Alice in Chains? Or in general?
In general.
Oh, in general?
Didn't have
Oh
to
my
be Alice
gosh.
in Chains.
I mean, as a kid, I loved music, and for rock bands, oh my gosh, when I was a kid, oh my god. Now, this is where we both love Led Zeppelin, but I love Death Wish, Metallica, but I also love a lot of punk, Misfits, I love Slayer, and I love the heavy stuff.
Yeah. How about you?
I think that Led Zeppelin was my first introduction to rock, and then I got more so into the Seattle sound, and I kind of got into Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, all that. And then I'm only talking specifically about rock right now, because I grew up listening to jazz and R&B and pop and Erykah Badu and neo soul. I listened to everything, but then I got into Pantera, and that's what kind of was my first kind of introduction to metal. And
Which album of theirs?
Vulgar Display.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
Yeah. Great album.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they've got a lot of great shit, but that was the album that did it for me. I was okay, that's what I want. So, but yeah, that's basically kind of what started it all for me.
It's why that Pantera album was the first actual metal or heavy music I actually got introduced to by accident. Because my aunt asked my mom, "Hey, I want to give your son a cassette tape." I said, "Birthday gift or cream or something." And she asked my mom what kind of music I liked, and I wanted to look badass. I'm like, I like heavy metal, even though I didn't. So my aunt bought she probably just went to the store and she's like, "Hey, I want a heavy metal music, whatever," and they gave him that album, that Pantera album.
Yeah.
And then I put it on and
So wait,
I was supposed to full on because I was into Michael Jackson, which it's not bad, but and then
Love it. Vinnie Paul killed.
I didn't want to say Michael Jackson, so I said, "Hey, metal."
Unbelievable.
On that album, he was so ahead of the curve compared to everybody
And
else.
for those years, recording production that they got out of the double
Was
kicks
so
and the
far.
drums
Oh,
was ridiculous.
Totally,
You know?
100%.
Because that really wasn't relevant at that time, was that recording process of making those
100%.
drums be so cool.
And
you know?
that's Dimebag's Randall amp, solid state amp.
Yeah.
It sounded so metal. It was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Love that shit.
I was always really into, so I saw Queensryche years and years ago, and like fucking Queensryche set like bar, and I watched them play the Operation Mindcrime, and I was like, holy, how do I do that kind of shit? You know, like the production, the vocals, like how tight that they were, man. Like so, Queensryche's always been, even still today, like just a staple of what I listen to, and watching that kind of shit has always inspired me to be like, dude, I can always be better, I can always do more, I can be more involved in this kind of shit. So that's where really I go.
All right, so that was some of the fun that we had with the Veer Union. Hope you guys loved it. And the guys, thank you again so much. We had a blast. And if you wouldn't mind saying something to fans before we leave.
Make sure you come and check us out if we're going to be in a city near you, and we would love to rock out with you.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks so much for having us.
We love you all. God bless.
Peace.
God bless.
Yeah.